So, welcome and very good morning for a quick market update. Obviously, here with breaking news this morning. And as you have seen in the thumbnail, it's all about stimulus, guys. Okay, it's really all about stimulus. If you look into the market, then you just see green. Okay, just see green because many of Wall Street are seeing that there will be some kind of deal happening between the Republicans and the Democrats. So, it's just a matter of time. We talked about it yesterday in the stream, so if you missed it, make sure to check it out. But it's really about now the small deals. Okay, so we thought that there's maybe a big deal coming on, and suddenly we are all talking now about smaller deals and this aid for the airlines, this and that. So it will stay green for a while if this will be the case. And once we have the stimulus, guys, then fasten your seatbelts, because then the real rally will start, I believe. Other than that, let's quickly have a look into the calendar of today. What is going on in the whole world, what you should be aware of. So here you can see how important those events are in terms of weight on the market. So here you see the Canadian unemployment rate is obviously important for all those people in Canada. Then we have the GBP. So the Bank of England is, telling us a little bit what they have, in the plan to do in the next couple of weeks and months. So this is obviously important if you're trading, for example, currencies, or you're trading on the European market. Then you want to know what Great Britain and the Bank of England is doing. Okay, so make sure also, guys, to follow me on Instagram, because I'm always around Dubai and talking about stocks on my Instagram as well. So don't miss out to follow me there as well, and thumb up if you like this morning updates for you to become a better investor. Okay, so other than that, let's further dive into the market, guys. Okay, so as I said, the fiscal stimulus is obviously something that is really important for Wall Street to keep on this green days. But other than that, we have also something that I like to see, because this is something that I spoke about a couple of months ago. I believe the current health crisis is doing some changes in our behavior, okay, in the user behavior, in the behavior how we will perceive our world. And this is a great example here. Pixar moving their movie Soul straight to Disney Plus without going to the cinemas. And if you ask yourself, when was the last time you went to a cinema, right? I mean, it's very dangerous to go into a cinema in terms of, I think it's in the same level in terms of gym and cinema. It's closed room, many people without masks, and so on and so forth. So I think that cinemas will have a really hard time in the next future. And Steve Jobs wanted to do this already, to bring more and more movies out directly to the consumer, right? Why you should go into the cinema, except you are obviously a cinema lover, but why not have the whole experience at home? And we see Netflix making a huge great example that you have the best or really great movies at home, you're enjoying at home, and just really watching it from your TV without going somewhere. And I think the health crisis is just pushing this trend further. So we see more and more movies coming directly to the consumer without the cinema. The problem about this, is that why it doesn't go faster, because there's a lot of studios that is owning cinema chains, and therefore, they don't want to kill their own business. Okay, so this is understandable. Then we have a rapper, one of the best rappers in my personal opinion, but also a great businessman, Jay-Z. He backed the company Divialet, and they are launching $300 AirPods rivals in Europe, okay? And they are a little bit more expensive than the Apple ones, and the little bit more expensive also than the Galaxy Buds Live, and they will start with UK, France, and Germany. So just that you heard it here first. And then we have another move towards, restricting the big guys. As you know, there is this movement in general from governments around the world, they thinking sometimes that big companies like Facebook, Amazon, Apple getting too big, and they are passing sometimes some laws, like here Turkey, that Facebook has the risk to get a lot of fines with a new social media law. So this is totally understandable, because Facebook is going more and more into the direction of, going with their own currency, right? This is something usually that governments doing, right? I mean, with currencies, with this power of currencies, this is obviously something that usually was always something that governments are doing. Now suddenly, Amazon, Facebook, and Facebook with Libra, is obviously something that is being perceived as a risk for governments, because people will maybe flee the usual currency and go more into Libra. So obviously, they want to make sure that, it's not getting too dangerous. And obviously the time we spend on social media and our phones and so on is just getting ridiculous. We are moving more and more virtual. So I think that's something that will be definitely a risk for big companies out there. Now, then we are seeing, obviously, the health crisis is going higher, especially specific in Europe. Okay, so in Germany we have a new second straight day where the cases are going to 4,000 plus people, which is huge, because as you might have heard, Germany is usually a very good in handling this crisis, but where the city where I'm from in Germany, and I just came from, is one of the biggest infected. I had a negative test, obviously, to come here back to Dubai. So also in France, in Spain, everywhere you see, this big cases. So definitely a sign of a second wave, But I have also heard some voices that, we are already peaking. So it's something, as you can see, the market don't really, is afraid, because this uncertainty that we had with the first wave was obviously, huge, right? We didn't know what to expect with the lockdowns. Everything shuts down. But now we know what's going on, and therefore we are much more relaxed. The governments are much more relaxed. The governments partially said also, we will not make a huge lockdown. Rather, they will say, okay, what are the risks? Where are the health crises around the world? Let's have it more controlled and more, thought through with logic, right? So let's say the more health problems comes out because people go to bars, so let's close the bars, or let's go close certain areas, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, there's much more than just just straight lockdown. Okay, and that's pretty much it. As you can see, it's definitely a green day as of now. Let us see if we have already some pre-market quota for our favorite stocks here, in terms of Tesla, for example. Yeah, so Tesla seems to crack the $430 mark. let's have a look about space, because as you know, it's Virgin Galactic Friday. So later on, we will have a Virgin Galactic vlog. Plus, guys, tonight the Virgin Galactic live stream, a full live stream only about Virgin Galactic. So make sure to check this out and stay tuned. So yeah, according to the pre-market data, also our favorite stocks are being positive. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I highly appreciate it that you tuned in. Have a lovely day, last day of the week, and a fantastic start into a fantastic weekend. I hope it's the best weekend you ever had. Thank you very much. Stay safe and stay healthy.